And voila, we are back. Hey guys, sorry for the technical difficulties there. It just like shut everything down when my computer just shut down here. Hold on one second. Let me close out some of this stuff here. We're not going to let the technology hold us back today. But again, real quick, I guess we'll reiterate. So again, apologize for the technical difficulties there. So give me 1 second here.
Lanacia said it. I went in and the computer went out.
Hey. So hold on, guys. Okay, all right. We'll go ahead and kind of recap real quick what we were talking about before my basically what happened again. I didn't have my computer plugged up because I had it somewhere else, and so the power just went out, so it just shut everything. So it's my bad. But anyway, let's go ahead and I guess we'll go ahead and reiterate what we were talking about. We basically before everything shut down, I was just basically talking about, guys, spend your text, guys, when you're on those webinars, when you're on these conference calls, especially if you're on Facebook or if you have access to Facebook when you're on these calls. Take advantage of that time to share, because I think what a lot of us do, we get on a call and I think we'll promote a webinar. Let's say we got some big webinar about to pop off. We got some big conference call. And what we'll do, we'll promote all the way up until the beginning of it. And really, realistically, honestly, guys, I really don't see a lot of you guys promoting the webinars. I really don't see a lot of people promoting the calls and stuff, especially on social media. You definitely want to take advantage. I'm not saying everybody. I'm just saying I don't see most people doing it. And here's the thing, what you want to do, just put it out there. Now, the people that are doing it, what I do see is that we'll promote it up until the webinar starts, and then after that, you're just on it. Promote it while the webinar or the conference call is going on, because you can, let people know, kind of giving them like, film at 11. Hey, I'm live on scene. This is what's happening right now. I'm on this conference call, and you can kind of let people know, not giving them the details of everything, but just kind of let them know what you're doing, and a lot of people want to plug in and just kind of go from there. So real quick, I guess that was pretty much all we were talking about, right, guys? That was pretty much it.
Yeah. Like Steve said, just make sure you're promoting, because remember, the calls are not necessarily for you. The calls are for your people. So it's for your prospects, especially if you're new. So you want to get in a position where you're always promoting the calls, promoting the webinars, any and everything where a leader is out there, because you want to get your people in front of them. Because if you have your people in front of them, then they're getting all the information from leaders. The leaders are going to close them out. All you have to do is just get them on the call. So get them on if you see that Stormy is holding a conference call, get them on that call. Y'all know we have our webinars on Thursdays. Get them on the webinar. While we're on, you need to be texting them. You need to be posting on Facebook. You need to be doing any and everything you can. You need to be a master promoter. Like Steve always says, you need to be the Don King of TLC. You need to get them out there and get them in front of those people. Now the calls are good for you, so you can learn how to do a presentation, because you're going to absorb that information, and sooner or later you're going to be able to spit it out. But until then, you need to get your people in front of those leaders so they can close them out for you. Let them do the work for you. And that was pretty much all I want to say. Just promote, get them out there. Oh, I'm sorry, there's another thing. Don't give them too much information, because if you just say everything that's on the call, they're not going to get on. What's the old saying? Curiosity killed the cat. So just like Steve said, put a little information out there. Hey, did you just hear what she said about the comp plan? It did what now? I think you might want to get on. So if you're doing things like that, it's going to cause curiosity, and they're going to be like, okay, well, I have to get on this call, or I have to get on this webinar so I can see and hear what's going on. Because if he's doing all this about a call, and he's this hype about a call, I need to get on to see what he's so hype about. So just make sure you're promoting.
And that's really what it is, guys. It's just promotion. I remember I did one comment. I think I said something like up to $750 per sale and no, it was like up to $750 in commissions per sale. And I said, wow, or something like that. And I had a couple people that responded like, man, how does that work? Just they didn't know what it was, but it was just, hey, I'm on this call getting this information. You might want to hop on. It's just stuff like that, guys, and that'll definitely help you. So moving on real quick. And again, apologize for the technical difficulties there, but one topic that I know we keep hearing a lot, of course, the biggest topic in it, TLC, is some people are just still waiting on T. But again, that still kind of goes back to you don't want to wait for your product to come in. You want to start utilizing other people's stories. What Candace and them have done in Atlanta, what's going to be being aired around the country. That's definitely going to be a great story to be able to share with people. You haven't seen that commercial, so it's going to give us that credibility that we're going to need to really help us move our business even faster. But leverage other people's stories, leverage everything that they're doing with the Skin Tea campaign, leverage a lot of things that you're seeing a lot of people post about. Just utilize. I know we said it a lot of times before, guys, and it's still the same. Just leverage other people's stories until you have your own. That's really all you got to do. And it works, okay? So definitely utilize that. Candace, anything you want to add to that?
No, not really. Just utilizing everything like you said. Phone calls, conference calls, webinars. I was saying right before you made the whole system crash.
We just got all kind of fire going on TLC. I said last night we broke Facebook, I think.
I think we did. We broke Google Hangouts now too.
Yep.
But what I was saying, guys, is Stormy made a valid point, and if I'm repeating myself, I apologize because we didn't know what point of our conversation the Hangout went no longer being live. But Stormy had said, utilize your resources while you're learning to build your business. So a lot of people are saying that they're spending time before they start marketing. They want to learn the products. You can learn the products, but if you have somebody interested, plug them in. That's why we have the webinar. That's why we have the conference call. That's why we have all of that. And then I was also saying, for those who didn't hear me, if you have somebody midday who needs to hear the information and you're new and you don't know how to explain it to them, we have a recorded on-demand call that Stormy did, and it's in our Facebook group. It's on the pinned post. If you have not looked at that pinned post in the Facebook group, whether you're in the SME group that we have or whether you're in the Team Elite group, some of you guys are in both. That pinned post is the same in each group. It has the training website. It has the conference call info. It has the text alerts. If you haven't signed up for the text alerts, that's the one where you text the word Wealth Connections 10 to the phone number. You'll see that on the big monkey picture in that pin post. You'll get an update of every phone call, training call, webinar, or not webinar, but all the training calls and everything that we have with Stormy. If you haven't plugged into that, like Lenacia said, you got to plug in and utilize your resources. That same post is going to be the on-demand call. Save that in your phone on your notepad, guys. You have somebody who says, yeah, I want to hear about the information. Okay, well, if you just got in business, cool, I'm going to send you this quick phone number. Just dial in and listen to it real quick. It's about 20 minutes long, so I'm going to call you in 25 minutes. Give them that number. Have them listen to it. When you call them back, what did you like best about what you heard? It's not hard. By the time you're sharing people's success on Facebook, you're sharing the testimonies, you're sharing what Steve, Lenacia, or myself post up, you're sharing the calls, you're sharing, everything revolves around sharing. So you don't have to be a master of your business to share and build a business. You can learn your business, but utilize your resources along the way. Take yourself one step at a time, but there's resources out there, guys, and if you're not plugging in, I know we said this earlier, one of the main questions we get is, how do I market my business? You're going to share. You're going to share something, and that's going to pique people's interest. You're going to share a success story. You're going to share one of Steve's posts. You're going to share something. But the whole point is piquing somebody's interest. And when I say piquing somebody's interest, guys, that means, hey, Steve, what are you talking about? What's that post about? Like, just as your example, Steve, $750 commission like bow. And they're going to be like, how did you make you just piqued their interest. They want to know how you did it. Then that's whenever you kick into the guys, do you have a few minutes for me to show you something? Or do you have a few minutes to listen to a call? It's all about sharing somebody's status, sharing success, sharing a call. and closing it out, guys. So it's not hard. There's not rocket science involved in marketing the business. Again, like Jeff Simpson said on the call, it's all about sharing. Sharing is caring.
Absolutely. I mean, and consistently share. So, do it every day, multiple times a day. Especially if I know everybody's on different work schedules and stuff like that, but you definitely want to share a story or two or more, at least, at least every day, Sunday through Sunday. I mean, every day of the week, 7 days a week, constantly. And what's going to happen, guys? I'm just let you know what's going to happen, because I know I hear a lot of people say, not just in TLC, but in different businesses that we promote and different things that we still do, and people say, well, hey, I've been posting on Facebook, and I haven't got any leads or anything, I haven't got any sales. And then I go look at their Facebook page, and typically it's just one big, banner ad, but there's no substance in it. There's no story. It's just, you got some product that you sell, and and all you're doing is just talking about the benefits of the product. The product does this, the product does that. Sign up right here to get your order. It just, every post is a commercial. It's just a commercial. There's no story, but there's facts. Facts, guys. I'm gonna let you know something. Facts don't sell. What sells are stories. Facts are just facts. That's just what they are. They're facts. I didn't join TLC because of the facts. I mean, I joined it because of the stories. A lot of businesses that you join is because of the stories. A lot of the reason why a lot of you guys are here right now watching this webinar is because you saw somebody's story. That's why you're here. And so you don't want to just post stuff up about, here are the benefits of the tea and this, just that. You can do some of that to a certain extent, but what really sells people, guys, is the stories. If you're fumbling around on Facebook and you see somebody had a really good story, let's say you just joined, and you don't have a story just yet, so you want to follow what the leaders are saying, use other people's stories. So you're fumbling around on Facebook, and you come across this lady, and she lost, I don't know, 10, 12 pounds or whatever the amount is, or some gentleman, and you just like that story. Take that story, share it on your wall, and then type it, because like on Facebook, when you share somebody's content, it gives you the ability to write above that story. Well, you can do the same thing. If they got their own links or stuff, I mean, you can go and create your own post and kind of use some of their quotes or whatever, maybe their image, but share their story and just say, hey guys, my business partner Mike, joined TLC, earlier this month and has already lost, 10 pounds or 5 pounds or whatever just by drinking the tea. I'm so excited. Again, congratulations, Mike. If anybody wants to know more information on how you can lose 5 pounds in the next 5 days, just like Mike did, click on this link right here. Did y'all just see what I just did? I gave a strong, clear call to action on what someone needs to do based off of somebody else's story. I don't know why that is not rocket science, guys. That's how you want to do the business. So for those that are complaining, man, I can't do nothing because I ain't got my tea in. Wrong X. That's a big X right there. It doesn't matter about your tea. Sell the stories there to the people that are connected to you on Facebook, connected to you on social media, connected to you in your offline as well. Just share other people's stories. That's really all you have to do. That will help you start building your business, building your contacts, start planting those seeds around, so when your tea does come in and you've been talking to people, you probably even got a few people that's already in the business, and now you can even come back to those that maybe they're waiting for you to get your tea. Maybe they're waiting just to see what happens. That's fine. You've already planted that seed with that individual. Because I'm going to tell you this now, guys, there's so many people coming into this thing, and especially in a lot of these different communities around the nation, and if you don't plant those seeds now with those people, they're going to get taken. I'm just going to keep it real with you. You better start planting those seeds now, because this thing is moving so fast. You definitely want to make sure that you're in position. So, share the stories, but you got to be consistently doing that. if I took that same story from Mike and I posted it up, let's say I go to work at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I posted it up before I went off to work. Well, later on that day, I might post it again. Hey, did you guys get a chance to check out that post I did earlier today? Click, and I'll post it again, just for the people that didn't see it. Because remember, every time you post something on Facebook, doesn't mean that everybody sees it. Most people will not see it. So you can repost it again, put it on your wall, post it in a some Facebook groups. Find some other stories and do the exact same thing with that as well. So, you could be like, well, hey, I got 15 different stories that I'm leveraging right now to promote the business. You're going to win. If you got 15 stories that you're promoting constantly, you're going to win. I'm just going to let you know. You're going to be all right. So we're not talking about you. You're good. We're talking about the people that don't really want to promote until they get tea. Well, all you really got to do, guys, is promote other people's stories, and it will definitely make a huge difference. I know we've done that. I know, Candace, when you first got, matter of fact, I saw you do this when you first joined TLC. You were doing that. Can you kind of give us a little bit about some of those different stories that you promoted when you first got involved?
Most definitely. I was in the groups and I started seeing people's photos of success. And I started sharing them. Hey, this is my business partner, so-and-so. She lost 22 pounds in 10 days using HCG or whatever she was using. And I was just sharing the testimonies. And me sharing their testimony brought me a lot of traffic that week. I think my first weekend, I made like $900. Not bad for it being my first weekend, just playing with it. I just, shared a few things and was playing with it. And sharing their success made me a little over $900, almost $1,000 the first week. So
it was crazy. You didn't even have no tea.
I didn't have nothing, man. I didn't have absolutely anything. And that's what Stormy talked about in Atlanta. Those of you who are waiting to build your business until you get tea, don't be mad if I swoop in and sign them up. That's all I'm going to say. Don't be mad. Because sometimes I don't have tea just like you guys don't have tea, and Steve and Lenacia don't have tea just like everybody else don't have tea at times, but we're not letting that stop us. Share a success story. Let them know this product is so amazing. It's so valuable that it's in such high demand that it's taking about 3 weeks to get it. But if you want on my waiting list, so when my tea comes in, you got to pay to reserve your pack. Because if you don't pay to reserve your pack, it's coming first come, first serve. Money talks. You got your money, I got your tea when it comes in. So I completely tell them, look, people will hit me up. Do you have tea? I don't have any tea, but I have some coming in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever it is. But then I let them know, if you want tea out of that shipment, you're going to have to run me my money. If you ain't ran me my money, don't hit me up asking me if I got tea or where's my tea. You got to pay me, and that secures your pack of tea.
Yep.
And I just let them know, it's in high demand, man. It's like gold right now. It's high demand. And you charge them for the tea, and you reserve your pack of tea, just like you're going to a concert. You can't walk up to a concert booth and expect to get a front row ticket. So don't expect that you're just going to hit me up and get a pack of tea and you ain't paid for it yet. When I got 50, 60 people who have paid for tea and they're waiting. So what'd you used to say, Steve? Start kicking butt and taking names? Start kicking butt and taking credit cards, guys. Start taking them credit cards and get yourself a nice handy-dandy notebook and start keeping track of everybody who paid and who you owe. If you know you got 20 packs of tea coming in, retail them teas now. Get your money now. Turn around. You done retailed 20 packs of tea at $15 a pack. I'm no math genius, so Lenacia will have to tell me that's almost $300. Turn around and take that $300, put it into more tea. By the time that one comes in, you done paid your 20 people, plus you got more tea on the way. You know you got that other order of tea coming in because you just ordered it. Start retailing that tea. Collect your money. Turn around, put it in. It's just recycling it back in, ordering the tea that you retailed, guys. It's simple and easy. If you're sitting around trying to wait until you get tea in hand, you're going to upset yourself for the mere fact that you get them 20 packs of tea in your hand, 24 hours are gone. So keep constant rotation of pre-orders. And we were already told that by, were you on the call, Steve, by by March 1st, tea shipment will be to 5 to 7 days.
Yeah.
The new facilities, new machines, everything coming out. So 5 to 7 days starting March 1st is going to be the tea orders. So right now, start retailing them. Come March, it'll be a little smoother. But you know what? If you're honest with people up front and you let them know, hey, it's going to take, 14 to 21 days. They don't care. They want to try the product. Don't be afraid of losing a customer. You're going to lose a customer by lying to them and telling them it's going to take 5 to 7 days. Then you being straight up honest, like, hey, Steve, hold on. We'll do it like this. Be like, hey, Steve, I got some NRG, I got some Gano, I got some tea. I could sell you that now, but my tea is going to take about 14 to 21 days. It's in high demand. If you want to wait the 14 to 21 days, pay for your tea now. So when it does come in, you definitely have your pack. And as soon as it comes in, I'll make sure I get it out to you.
Yep.
They already know the tea is running behind, so don't try to be secretive and be like, oh, it's going to be here in 5 to 7 days. No. You know it's going to be 14 to 21 days. They already know because you're not the only distributor out there selling tea, guys. You are not the only one out there, so they've already heard it. It is the same violin playing 14 to 21 days. So just because you tell them 5 to 7 days you think you're going to get that sale, well, then you just lost a customer for life because you lied to them about the shipment time, and it's really taken 14 to 21 days. So just get in a constant habit. 14 to 21 days. That should be the only word that pops out of your mouth when somebody asks how long it's going to take. Until March 1st, and you get proven otherwise, when you start getting your shipments in 5 to 7 days, then you can run that. But if you're saying anything less than 14 to 21 days, shame on you, because you're ruining your business for yourself. TLC ain't doing it. The delay of tea isn't doing it. You're doing it to yourself because everybody already knows the tea is delayed 14 to 21 days. Don't make false promises, guys. Don't do it. I'm not doing it. Steve's not doing it. I don't have a problem retailing. Steve doesn't have a problem retailing. Last week I retailed $3,900 in product, and they all know that they're waiting for the tea. But I'm honest with them. It's going to take you 14 to 21 days. The tea that I have coming in this week, those are people that I've pre-sold a week and a half ago. So they already know 14 to 21 days. Don't play. You'll ruin it for yourself. It's not a TLC issue, not a manufacturing issue. It's not a Candace, a Lanecia, or a Steve issue. It's a you issue because you let them words fall out of your mouth 5 to 7 days. I'm done.
That's good.
What I would do too, start getting in the habit. You can buy these brochures in the back office. Get in the habit. I don't know if we talked about this before when the call went off, but get in the habit of having these brochures, postcards. I mean, they have all kinds of stuff. These are the TLC postcards. Have these on there. Get you your own postcards. Carry them with you at all times. Order forms for a customer and IBOs. You need to be having all that information with you at all times. I keep some in the car because you never know who you're going to run to and who you're going to talk to where they may be interested in it. Steve and I, we went out to eat one day, and we were just watching a webinar because we wanted to learn a little bit more about how people present TLC. And the lady was like, what's that? What are y'all doing? And, she was just curious what we were watching, and we started telling her about it. And boom, she was interested in buying some tea. And you know what's going to happen. She's going to try it. It's going to work. And then she's going to want to either buy some more, one, or number two, she's going to want to come into the business. But more than likely, when people try it, their second exposure, they always go ahead and join the business because they know that it works. So get in the habit of keeping that type of information with you. Postcards, business cards, whatever. If you go to, like, there's a little place that we like to go eat over here. They have a table where you can put postcards and business cards and stuff like that on the table. So what do? Drop some of that stuff off. We go to the UPS store. They have a little table where you can put stuff in there too. Put stuff in there. There's a lot of stuff there's a lot of things that you can do to get exposure and to share. If you got a postcard that said, I lost, let me see, I lost 5.2 pounds in 5 days. So I got something with my picture on there that says I lost 5.2 pounds in 5 days, and somebody else is looking to lose some weight. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to pick it up and see what it's all about, especially right now, because that's what's on everybody's mind is how can I lose some weight? What can I do? And you see the gyms are packed right now. Within the next couple of months, they may not be as packed. But right now, it's the perfect time to be pushing tea, pushing the different products. There's a lot of people out there that have different ailments that you know. Talk about the benefits of the of the NRG, the Chewy, the Gano, the Chaga, all that kind of stuff. Always be sharing the information.
Lanacia, just to give you guys an idea, these are 2 new partners in crime that have been rolling in my purse with Valentine's Day coming up.
Yeah.
I don't play. I make sure I have my samples of Strike Up and Love along with my tea. I've done some NRG samples. Guys, just the NRG samples, if you've ordered the $1,500 kit, they're this little small pack here. You get the little 2-pill sample. I even carry these around.
Yeah.
I even carry these around because they're easy to carry. I have like 5 of these rubber band together. I have like 3 of each of these, the Love and the Strike Up, 3 or 4 packs of tea. They fit in the one little zipper part of my purse with a postcard, business cards. Everything fits in the one little zipper section in my purse. It's not taking up space, but you best believe if I run into somebody who's talking about Valentine's Day, I'm going to talk to them about losing weight, of course, Strike Up Love, anything like that. So you're right. Keep it on you at all times. It doesn't, guys, if you're a man on this webinar, throw it in your glove box. You never know when you can say, hold on 1 minute, I want to run out to the car and grab you something. I'll be right back.
Yep, I keep this.
Right.
And in this, I have a notepad, but I have my postcards, and then I have my brochures, and then I even printed off the brochure that we got in the back office.
Right.
Because this has all of my information on there. I just print it out and send it out. And with this, it has a little bit of information about everything. About the coffee, NRG, the NutriBurst. Everything is right here. So I can hand this to them, and it even has little information about getting paid. So always carry information around.
That's hot. That's hot, guys. I mean, all I see is just being prepared. If you're prepared, you'll be good, especially when you're out marketing out there in the marketplace, when you're at Walmart, at the grocery store, picking up the kids, whatever. As long as you got stuff on you, it could definitely help you in terms of being able to give someone some information, especially if that have shown you some interest in what you're doing. So, and also real quick, guys, and we're going to wrap this up here. I had a few people that have emailed, I think myself and Lanacia, in regards to the I Lost 5 and 5 website, in regards to was having out of stock labeled under the T or whatever or something like that in regards to maybe even some of the other products. And here's the thing, guys. When you're marketing online, you know what you want people to do when you're marketing online? You want them to take their left arm, if they're, or right arm or whatever, go back into their back pocket, pull out their wallet, pull out a credit card, and buy. If you have anything on your website that says you are out of stock, they are not going to buy anything. They're going to go find it from someone else and get it from the person that can give them the information. What you need to do when you're marketing that system or whatever, what you want to do is make it available. When you do have someone that orders some tea or whatever and you don't have any tea or you just ran out of tea, shoot them a nice little email and let them know the time frame of how long it's going to take for that order to come. That's all you have to do. You don't have to put, I'm not putting no back order or out of stock on my site. I'm sorry. Because I already know that is a big red flag for internet marketing. Because if you have that on your page or something like that, that is, you have basically had them go in reverse, put their credit card back in their wallet, and they put their wallet back in their back pocket, and then they moved on. And guess what? They're not coming back. I'm just going to let you know. If that was just a random person that hit your page, and maybe they came across your page, from a video or a post that you did on Facebook or Craigslist, and they just happened to come across and saw some information and say, you know what, I think I'm going to go ahead and try and buy me a pack, and they go to your page and they see out of stock. They're not going to buy because you're out of stock. So you just lost a $20 sale, or however many they wanted to buy. Because I know Candace knows we've sold 1 pack, 2 pack, 4 packs. I've had people to spend $80 for 4 bags of tea. So you definitely I kind of wanted to address that because I've had a few people and I know that's what you see other companies do. But again, those are big companies. They can do that. They're going to get sales no matter what. Remember, you're starting. You want to make sure you want to be the solution for that individual. And if you're not the solution for them, they're going to go out and find it from somebody else that can be that solution. I know with me, I'm like that. If I go to somebody's page or whatever and they say they're out of stock, well, I know myself. We're good. We're very resourceful, so I know I can find it from somebody that does have whatever it is I'm trying to buy. And so you always want to keep your store open for business, okay? Because if someone buys from you and you don't have that product, that's fine. Let them know that the time is going. Hey, I got an order coming in. Hey, I saw that you just purchased an order of tea from me. Hey, I really appreciate that. This tea I'm telling you, is in super high demand. I've got another order on its way right now. It should take about another couple of weeks or so. Like Candace says, 14 to 21 business days for it to come in. Could be sooner, but I just want to set that expectation with you. As soon as I get my shipment in, as soon as I get it, I'm going to directly ship it to you, and I'll keep you posted on the process. Just send them an email. You don't have to say everything like that word for word, but you can just let your customers know what's going on in regards of getting their shipment based off of when they place their order. That's all you got to do. But if you put a big I don't have any on your page, because that's basically what you're saying. I don't have none. They're not going to buy from you, and you just lost a potential sale. So you don't want to do that, especially when you're doing internet marketing. So in regards to that, will we be putting out of stock on the website? No, we are not going to be putting that on that, because it's going to hinder your sales, and you don't want to do that. Okay. So if someone's online and they buy from you, you don't have any, well, let them know that, hey, I got an order coming in and I'll be able to ship it to you. So again, I think that was it.
You can't add or take away products on the website either. So there's no changes or anything like that. What we found is the products that are on the website are the ones that sell the best, and that's why we have those on there. So for those who want to customize it, you want to put the back order, and you want to put out of stock, and you want to add the chaga or whatever, I'll be doing some training. It will be a paid training where I can teach you how you can create your own e-commerce website. I can't do it for free because it's not something simple and easy that you can do. But I can teach you how to make it. So that way, if you want to have your own products, if you want to have it customized the way you want, I can teach you how to do it. But what we did is we found the products that are on the website are the products that really sell the best. And so we put those on there so that way it'll be beneficial for everybody using the website. And I will be having it to where if you don't want to buy a whole box of coffee, you can buy individual samples, individual packets of coffee from me. So that way you can retail it out if somebody bought a weight loss kit or something like that, but you don't want to pay for the whole pack. And then I'm also going to do it to where if you don't want to do your own NRG bottles, you'll be able to get them from me, and I'll ship them out to you, and you can ship it out to your customer.
Or get them from the store.
Trying to make. I'm sorry.
Or get them from the store.
Yeah, you'll get them from the store. Yeah, it'll be in the store. Yeah. So we're just trying to make it easy for everybody, and that's the reason why we can't do a whole lot of different changes, because it's not that easy to add and subtract. And if I do, it's going to change on everybody's website. So it's not like it's going to change on, I can only do yours. It's going to change everybody's. So if I do out of stock, it's going to change everybody's to out of stock. And there's a lot of people like me and Steve, I don't want out of stock on my website.
No.
I don't care if it's not here or not. I'm going to let my customer know that it's going to take 10 to 15 business days in order to get their tea due to high demand. And then they're already having in their mind, okay, I know I'm going to get it. It doesn't say out of stock or back order or anything like that. She's already communicated to me that it's going to take this amount of time in order for me to get my product. So they already know.
Yeah, I like that 14 to 21 days that Candace is talking about. I like that.
Yeah, either one. But because if you're telling them business days, you know, Monday through Friday.
Right.
But just you want to make sure you give enough time. So just in case it doesn't come in between that time, that you're giving yourself enough time to get the product in and ship it out. Because they just sent an email out to everybody stating 10 to 15 business days. But if you do, like Candace is saying, 14 to 21 business days, they already know. Because I know when I purchase products from different places and I receive an email, hey, I'm so happy that you made the purchase. Your order will be shipped out in 14 to 21 business days. Be on the lookout for tracking. We'll also be updating you on shipment information, just something like that, so that way the customer knows ahead of time, because an informed customer is a happy customer.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's all you got to do. And normally, guys, that's really normal shipping time frames for shipping any product, pretty much through mail. That's normal. So that's not abnormal at all. Just buy any, go online, go to UPS, QVC, Amazon, eBay, or whatever, and you'll hear a lot of that as well with certain products also. So with that, guys, real quick, I know, do we have any questions about anything? And we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up. I know we kind of probably answered a lot of questions just on what we went over today, but I don't think we have any additional questions.
There was one, how to do the tracking sticker works. How do the tracking sticker works far as the customer is tracking their order? Maybe Markel, maybe you can clarify. I guess it's Markel, I can't tell. But maybe you can clarify what you're referring to. Are you referring to them logging into their back office to check the status of their order? Or are you referring to you logging into your TLC back office, get their order number, and clarifying and checking the status from there? I'm not really sure what you're talking about.
And what we could do too as well, guys, while we're waiting on that for a second, but if you have any other additional questions about anything, I know we went over a lot of stuff here. You can also post that question in the group. You can, matter of fact, you can probably post it right under that post that you see about this webinar. That way we'll know that it's pertaining to being on this webinar and you had an additional question. So we'll go ahead and do that, guys. I don't want to keep this call too long or whatever. I know we had a few technical difficulties earlier, kind of dragged it out there. We had to kind of recap a little bit. So this is what I tell you guys to do. In that way, Candace, Vanessa, and myself, we can probably answer some of those questions as well. So if you have any additional questions that you might have after we end this call here in just a few moments, go back to the Facebook group or wherever you saw this information and actually post that question in that post that you saw about the webinar today. And if you're seeing this from someone just told you to get on or whatever, you can reach out to myself, Candace, Lanacia, or anybody that's in the other groups as well, whether it's in the Team Elite group or the Self-Made Empire group, and you can post that question in there as well, and we can just take it from there. We don't want to drag it out that we kept you guys too long today. So again, apologize for the technical difficulties, and but we went over some good stuff. So hopefully, you guys got some real good value out of that. And hopefully we answered a lot of other questions that you guys might have had about a lot of different things. So with that said, we're going to end it. Candace, anything that you want to add before we close out?
No, nothing that I really want to add except for go binary, qualify, go director, go executive, whatever you're shooting for. Let's get it done this week.
That's it, guys. Hey, we can do it. We can definitely do it. We definitely have plenty of time before Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern time to really close this thing out pretty strong. Lanacia, anything that you want to add before we close out?
If you can, go to the event this weekend. So just to have the experience of meeting everybody else that's in TLC, learning about what's coming new for TLC, and just mixing and mingle and just getting some more training and everything. Events make a difference, so make sure you go to events. Oh, okay. So Markel, he's referring to the shipping label for the I Lost 5 and 5 website. What you can do when someone orders from your website, go to PayPal, and you can actually create a shipping label from within PayPal. If you do it that way and create a shipping label within PayPal, it's going to automatically send your customer a tracking number so they can, know when their shipment is going to be in and everything. You don't have to do any additional emails. So once you do that, it's going to say the order has been shipped, and it's going to give you a tracking number. Then if you want to know the status of that package, you can always log into your PayPal account and go to that person's transaction, and you can click on track your order or track the package. And then that way you can do that as well. They can do that as well, because it's going to show in their PayPal back office as well. So that's just another little tip. We'll be having some training on how to do that here pretty soon. So just be on the lookout for that.
Awesome. Good stuff. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff we're going to be adding to the back office of the I Lost 5 system. So stay tuned for that. We got a ton of videos to actually put back there, guys. So just kind of bear with us, because it's just going to be a lot of work. But we're putting together, as you see, as weeks keep going, you keep seeing changes as time progresses. So it's just going to be a much better system than it is now. And but with that said, guys, let's go, director. Let's close out the week strong. Let's go get them. Let's take care of business, guys, and let's show them how it's done. So with that said, guys, peace out. We'll see you guys over the top.